Hi, my name is Daniel and I am going to show you a little bit about a fishing technique called jerkbait. And it's a method used mostly for catching big predatory fish. The first thing we're going to do is to go through the equipment, and I'm going to show you what I'm going to use. First of all, I've got a rod that's pretty short. It's only 7 feet long, and it's got a casting weight of 40 to 140 grams. The casting weight should be somewhere between 100 and 150 grams, or else you won't be able to steer the bait where you want or cast the bait properly. And you will notice soon later why you need a short stiff rod. And for that I'm going to use a multi-reel, and it has to be a tough one to endure the forces that will be put to it by this fishing. The most important thing is to have good brakes so that you can hook the fish properly. Since predatory fish have lots of teeth and tough jawbones, you need to pull the hooks deep into it. And if you don't have good brakes on your reel, you won't be able to do that. The next thing is the line. You should have a braided line because, well, it's the simplest reason. You have to have direct contact with the bait. And that is so that you can steer bait and you will feel the fish immediately as it bites. Sorry. And if you use an elastic line like nylon, you won't have the same feeling and you won't be able to do this fishing technique properly. Yeah, and the second last thing you need is a leader, and it has to be made of a strong material that won't break when big predatory fish bite, because the teeth are sharp and it's easy to break. So I can use this titanium material, or you can use for carbon, and both these are tough enough to stand the pressure and endure sharp teeth. And the last thing you need is the bait, jerk bait. This one is called Buzzer Jerk, and it's probably the most popular bait used for jerkbait in Sweden. Mostly because it's easy to use and it's really effective. You will catch lots of fish with this one. So, that's right, now I'm going to show you a little bit about how to perform this method. First thing you need to know is how to hold your rod. And I hold 3 fingers in front of this handle and the thumb on top of the reel. So now I cast out, and then you straighten the line. And as soon as you feel you have direct contact with the bait, you start jerking. You don't have to do it hard, just work a little bit with your wrist and you will succeed, and this will make the bait go from side to side. And now you will see why I have to have a short rod, and that is because if my rod would have been longer, I would have dipped it in the water every time I jerk. But with this short, stiff rod, that doesn't happen. And you can vary the amount of power you put into each jerk. You don't have to do it hard, you don't have to do it loose, just vary it, and that is what will trigger the fish to bite. Just vary the tempo, vary the power. You can make it fast, you can make it slow. You can change the direction of the rod to make it go towards the surface or beneath the surface, to the side, whatever you want. It's you who decide. And I can show you how it works in the water. This is a very basic movement of the buzzer jerk. Sliding from side to side. When you jerk, you don't reel anything, you just spin the rod around the wheel. And that is because you have to have direct contact with the bait all the time. This way you will feel everything that touches your bait. If it is fish, if it's the bottom, anything, you will feel it. And that is really important. And everything you do that is unexpected will be a little bit of a trigger for the fish. You can make spin stops, just let the bait hang in the water. You can make big jerks that will flash the bait from upside down, The bait is going to imitate an injured fish that will be an easy target for predators. And that is pretty much to it. I hope you will enjoy it, and that you've learned something, and that you will catch some big fish.
Hej då från Dahlias fiskeskola.